Welcome to Coin Discovery Old Zone. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button and join our growing community of collectors, history lovers, and treasure hunters. Because today we're diving into one of the most fascinating coins ever struck by the United States, mint this coin 1971 Kennedy half dollar. A coin that carries the weight of history, mystery, and possibly a fortune. Now, picture this. It's the early 1970s. America is changing fast. The echoes of the 1960s are still fresh. Moon landings, civil rights marches, and the lingering grief of a nation that lost its beloved president, John F. Kennedy. When the Kennedy half dollar was first released in 1964, it was more than just currency, it was a symbol of remembrance. Millions of Americans hoarded those first silver halves as a way to hold onto a piece of Kennedy's legacy. But by 1971, something major had shifted. Silver was gone. Rising metal prices and the growing cost of coin production forced the U.S. Mint to change course. For the first time, the Kennedy half dollar would no longer be made with silver. Instead, it would be struck from a copper-nickel composition, a new era for American coinage. At first glance, the 1971 Kennedy half dollar looks like any other coin you might find in your pocket change back in the day. But beneath that familiar face lies a story of transformation, confusion, and rare mistakes that have made certain pieces worth an unbelievable amount of money today. Now let's step back to understand what made this coin so important. The obverse, or front side, features the noble profile of President John F. Kennedy, designed by Gilroy Roberts. His sharp features, proud expression, and smooth finish captured the spirit of the nation's fallen leader. On the reverse, Frank Gasparo's bold design of the presidential seal, the eagle clutching arrows and olive branches, symbolized both strength and peace. Together, the two sides made for one of the most iconic designs in U.S. coin history. In 1971, the Mint produced Kennedy half dollars at two main locations, Philadelphia and Denver. Over 300 million were struck that year. Plenty go around. The Philadelphia coins had no mint mark, while those from Denver carried a small D just below Kennedy's neck. These were large numbers, and most collectors at the time didn't think much of them. After all, they were made for circulation, not for investment. But as it so often happens in the world of coin collecting, the real magic lies in the details. The rare errors, the special variations, and the unexpected survivors that slipped through the cracks. Among the 1971 Kennedy half dollars, there are a few that were mistakenly struck on leftover silver planchets from 1970. These rare silver errors are worth thousands, and in pristine condition, they can be worth far more than most people imagine. Now, here's where things get interesting. Because 1971 marked the very first year the half dollar was struck in copper-nickel, collectors were curious about how the new material would hold up. Many coins from that year show weak strikes, dull finishes, or even slight doubling in the lettering and design. Some coins display a subtle doubling on the word Liberty or on Kennedy's eye, features that today can send collectors into a frenzy. As years passed, the half dollar fell out of everyday use. By the mid-1980s, you could hardly find one in circulation. But the 1971 coin remained an enduring reminder of a turning point in American coinage, a symbol of how the country moved from silver to clad, from tradition to modernity. For older collectors, holding one of these coins isn't just about metal, it's about memories. It's about the sound of coins jingling in your pocket as you walked into a diner in 1971, order a cup of coffee for a quarter, and maybe dropped a half dollar into the jukebox. Now, you might be wondering, how could a common 1971 Kennedy half dollar ever be worth serious money? Well, that's where rarity comes into play. While most are worth only face value, a few unique specimens have shocked the collecting world. Some 1971 D coins have been discovered struck on 40% silver planchets left over from 1970 production. These are true minting errors, extremely rare and highly valuable. Just imagine a coin that was never supposed to exist, born from small oversight on the production line over 50 years ago. But that's not all. Proof versions made at the San Francisco Mint in 1971 were struck with special care, intended only for collectors. Some of these proof coins have remarkable mirror-like surfaces, and if you happen to find one in near-perfect condition, its value can reach hundreds or even thousands of dollars. And in the world of coin collecting, condition is everything. A tiny scratch, a single blemish, or a touch of wear can mean the difference between a few dollars and a small fortune. Now let's talk about the legend, the ultimate prize that keeps collectors searching, hoping, and dreaming. There's a small number of 1971 Kennedy half dollars that have been graded and authenticated as being struck on silver planchets. And one of these coins made headlines when it was estimated to be worth up to $2.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. $2.5 million. A coin that most people would overlook as pocket change could, under the right circumstances, be worth more than a mansion. Think about that for a moment. Something as ordinary as a coin from 1971, something you could have spent at a gas station 50 years ago, could now be one of the most valuable errors ever produced by the U.S. Mint. It's stories like these that make coin collecting more than just a hobby. It's a hunt for history, a chase for hidden treasure, and a connection to the past that few other collectibles can offer. So, the next time you come across a Kennedy half dollar, don't just glance at it and move on. Take a closer look. Feel its weight. Notice the shine, the details, the mint mark. Because you never know what might be sitting right there in your hand, a small piece of American history that could change your life. The 1971 Kennedy half dollar isn't just metal. It's memory. It's mystery. And for a lucky few, it's money. Real, life-changing money that if you've enjoyed this story and want to uncover more hidden treasures from America's coinage past, make sure you subscribe right now to Coin Discovery Old Zone. Because in this world, history isn't buried. It's waiting to be discovered, one coin at a time. And remember, this coin 1971 Kennedy half dollar coin history, one simple coin, one incredible mistake, can reach a staggering value of $2.5 million. Keep your eyes open. You might just be holding a fortune in your hand.